No one is allowed upstairs. Polls state that the most common lies as follows. Yes, I have read and agreed to the terms and license agreement. You know you've done it, you bunch of sinners. So when you get to the HWOH rules and license agreement, you may be tempted to skip it altogether. Don't. Read the HWOH policies and procedures. God is watching you.
That's my yoga!
They're like the parents left me in charge of like all these little widget people. Even though that's like totally against the rules. But you know, I've got like these headphones in blaring Lady Gaga, so I can't hear a thing. Which is awesome because I'm like texting my girlfriend and playing Angry Birds like all at the same time. And you know, every once in a while, you know, about every hour or so, I'll go in and check to make sure no one's bleeding or choking or anything, so it's all good. Wow. That's gonna leave a mark. We interrupt this long strain of insanity to remind you all about the dress code. All members must be clothed modestly from the neck to right above the knees. No tank tops and no bikinis. Just make sure you're all dressed modestly. But not that modestly. I'm Bill Pills, and I'm going to show you what it takes to survive in the HWOH classroom. Now, it is imperative to your survival that you stay in only the classrooms in which you are assigned, as specified by the great big red signs. Like so, I had a buddy last year who went to a room that he wasn't assigned in. Nothing happened to him, and the rule wasn't in place then, but it is now. So follow it. Let's go. Now, it is extremely important that once you're in the room that you remember several things. First off, it is imperative that you only use the HWOH items, no other consumable items necessary. Nothing from the churches whatsoever. Besides being extremely rude by using up all their supplies, it is also very, very dangerous. Last year I had this paper plate, almost got a paper cut. Deadly. Which reminds me, food is only allowed in specific designated areas. No food or anything else outside those areas. And you know those little sippy cups? Little sippy cups that you're supposed to do sippies out of? Now, keep those with you, parents. Please don't let your children wander around with them. Besides, they really do not keep liquids in. They just don't. They fail. They're failures. So make sure that you keep the sippy cups. We don't want to cause any stains, because in this type of environment, stains can be deadly. Yes, this is a lollipop that someone obviously left here from the last HWOH meeting. Very bad. You ought to take all pieces of food with you when you leave. Nothing left behind. Fortunately, this one's still edible. A bit fuzzy. Moving on. Now, in the event of large messes, make sure to contact one of the janitors and help them clean it up. We don't want to just leave it there and let them find it later. Now, in specific environments, specifically the preschool rooms, the number of individuals in the room shall not exceed 15 in number. It is very important. If it does exceed 15, it could turn into total chaos. Someone might even get stepped on, and that's deadly. Now, when you're leaving, your survival will hang on two things. Firstly, putting everything you got out back where you found it. And secondly, replacing the tables and chairs to their original positions. If you remember all these things, you'll stand a much better chance of surviving the HWOH jungle. Go now and be a survivor. Use of profanities or obscenities in any of the activities. Be like respectful to like all the other peeps, not like the parents and the church staff and the guests and stuff. Make sure to sign all of the paperwork, including the statement of faith,
the liability waiver and the medical release, so that in the event of someone getting hurt, you cannot sue us. Pay your dues and class fees.
All parents need help in supervising the entire group, not just their own kids.
There will be absolutely no use of tobacco, drugs, or alcohol at any of our activities. Do we really need to tell them all this? I mean, really, they ain't idiots. What, did the aliens come suck the brains right out of y'all's heads? Why, this is ridiculous. Use common sense, folks.
Only use the specific bathrooms that the church specifically specified for our specific use. Is the script supposed to be like this? Gym rules! Now is the time of our show when we tell you what to and not to do inside the gym. Are you ready? Because here we go!
This look familiar? Well, not anymore. Moms must now patrol the gym and be proactive for our children's protection, not simply reactive. Luckily for you, though, we don't have to follow the parent-to-student ratio anymore. On that same note, parents and parents alone are allowed in the control room to access specific toys those present may wish to use. Both scooters and roller racers should only be used when the group is of manageable size, around 20 to 30 people. Remember this? Well, no more! Ropes are not to be tied to scooters, and only 3 scooters should be connected to each other at the same time. Also, no one is allowed on or under the bleachers, as such actions are dangerous in some way.
I know what you're thinking. Boy, would I like some chips and Coke. Because we're Americans and we all love chips and Coke. But then you realize, hey, all of my friends are in the gym. I guess I'll just bring my chips and Coke in there. So that's what you do. Oh, this isn't the right type of Coke, this is diet. No, only water in the gym. And you remember that thing about the sippy cups?
Keep those with you, parents. Please don't let your children wander around with them.
That applies here too.
And remember, anything you got out needs to go up again, right back where you found it before you leave.
Oh, and remember rollerblades? No!
And on the topic of logical advice, parents, be sure to escort your children in the parking lot.
You're coming, maybe.
You dropped it.
See my wonderful life, almost perfect.
Wait, we're not done yet! Hey, a message to all you people with children in diapers. I noticed that some of you change your children's diapers on the floor, without a mat or anything. Do you have any idea how insanitary that is? That's germ heaven! Firstly, you're contaminating the floor with your child's diaper germs. But then the floor is contaminating your child with all the floor germs. Just think of how many other people have been changing their child's diapers on that same floor. Be healthy people! Use a changing mat!